Nigerian political scene took another drastic turn as presidential candidate Peter Obi declared that the office of the vice president will no longer be treated as a spare tire under his administration. Omo, no be small thing o. Speaking during his acceptance speech after being affirmed as the presidential candidate of the Nigerian Democratic Congress (NDC), Obi unveiled Rabiu Kwankwaso as his running mate and promised a government built on partnership, consultation, and shared responsibility. According to Obi, Nigeria has witnessed a system where vice presidents are often sidelined and given the little influence in major government decisions. He said his administration would be different. Obi stated, "The government we intend to form will no longer be a government where anybody will say that the vice president is a spare tire." He added that the vice president would be a true partner in governance, with important decisions taken jointly through constant consultation. The former Anambra government explained that the proposed arrangement with Kwankwaso is based on mutual respect and a shared vision for Nigeria. He emphasized that both leaders will work together on critical issues such as insecurity, education, economic growth, and national unity. Obi also used the occasion to reassure supporters that his political movement is focused on rebuilding Nigeria and restoring hope among citizens. He reinstated that his famous slogan that a new Nigeria is possible and promised to tackle insecurity, which he described as one of the country's biggest challenge. And one thing with Nigeria is whenever he drop a statement like this, it always go viral. And his statement has already sparked political debate across Nigeria. Supporters argue that giving the vice president a more active role could improve governance and accountability. People will always say. Critics also question whether such promise can be fully implemented within Nigeria's constitutional structure. Interestingly, the spare tire comment has long been used in Nigerian politics to describe vice presidents who have limited influence despite occupying the nation's second highest office. Obi's remarks appear aimed at assuring Kwankwaso supporters that he would not be marginalized if their ticket wins the 2027 election. As the 2027 race gains momentum and the Obi Kwankwaso alliance is expected to remain one of the most talked about in Nigerian politics, because truly, to be very sincere, that's one of the most talked about presidential candidates in the forthcoming election, because literally anywhere you go, you hear Obi Kwankwaso, Obi Kwankwaso. I think this is one of the most powerful alliance so far. One of the most powerful alliance, because if you see the massive crowd that came out for the primary election, you know that this political party has more of a grassroots supporters than any other. The crowd was massive. The cheering was massive. There was literally little drama, because if you check other political parties, you will see something like faction this, faction that. PDP, I think PDP and ADC are experiencing something like that also. So this political party now seems to be a party that there is more of like mutual understanding between who is coming out as the presidential candidate and the vice president, because it shocked many people. Seems to like, so many people are still amazed, many people are still surprised with Kwankwaso agreeing to be a running mate with peterobi, because politically he seems to be more, I would like to say, more advanced when it comes to politically than peterobi. But peterobi now has the movement. So two of them coming together is a wonderful collaboration, and he made it clear that they work together. They are going to work together. There won't be anything like vice president, all those things. They will work together as running mates, implementing policies, taking decisions. So that is it, because if you check other administrations now, you will see things like the vice president are hardly noticed. You hardly notice the vice president, because sometimes you even ask if the country has a vice president, you hardly see the vice president. They only appear on rare occasions. Decisions are mainly carried by the president. So what Obi is saying now, is he trying to make a difference? Because one thing with politicians, after dropping promise and promise, the next thing you see is once they win the poll, once they win the election, reverse will be the case. So does it mean that peterobi is trying to make a huge difference in Nigerian politics, or is he also promise as usual, or is it also a propaganda to win the politics, to win support, to win the people, to win Kwankwaso supporters? So what do you guys really think? Is this a change in the political system of Nigeria? Things turning around, things coming to where it should be, or is also another political propaganda? Because that spare tire of a thing no be here, because that's what it has been. That's what it has been like, look like in the Nigerian politics, where the vice president is not always regarded. So what do you think? Drop your comments on the comment section. Tell me what you think about this video. Drop and like this video, subscribe to this channel. Thanks for watching, and see you in my next video.